Right, welcome to Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat, and we have our favourites back, Hayley Tamaddon and Steve Royle. It is Panto launch day, and well, tell us all about today, what you've been up to, and what's been going on today.
Well, we've had a good morning so far, haven't we? I've had a coffee.
I've had 2 croissants.
You've had 2
really
croissants?
Indulged. I've had a pan au chocolat, I should say.
Oh,
Lovely,
yeah.
I've had pan au chocolat and pan au...
Something else.
Something else on top of it.
I've come to work in my pyjamas.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
proper method, that, don't you think?
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty.
Very
And
good.
she turns up in her pyjama, and they generally are.
It's a lounge suit, darling, a lounge suit.
I thought I'd make a bit of an effort. Can I just say?
Yeah, you've come
Yeah,
back,
you
you've
have.
gone for a barbecue.
Even ironed my shirt. I ironed my shirt and everything.
Missed a bit there.
Yeah.
As well.
Genuinely.
Oh,
So tell us how important then are days like today, because I know that obviously once the rehearsal process gets underway and the show opens, you guys get really close really quick as a cast, but essentially is today your first chance to meet most of the cast, or do you all already know each other? I know you two do.
We two.
We two do know each other. We met before.
We know each other. I did Panto with Josh, who's going to be playing our prince. So I already know Josh, and we both know Philip Meeks really well from different shows. So there's just a couple of new faces to meet and greet, and we were excited. We can't wait.
Is that always nervous, or like you say, is it the excitement of meeting new people, what they bring to the table, meeting new friends, I suppose?
I think first day rehearsals is always a bit more nerve-wracking because you either come really early, so you're the first ear, right? Or
As if to be like dead keys.
yeah, or you wait till the last minute and then you've got to walk into everyone.
Right, so rehearsal. So, you know, if you're meeting new people for the first time, and I'm guessing some people that have Googled you, right? Because that's what you can do now, can't you? Right? You can Google you.
Yeah.
And they'll go, oh, she's done like Chicago. And all
Don't
this
Google
sort of
me,
stuff,
you'll find
right?
out
No,
all
but
sorts.
And have you done it where, like, you know, where you've gone, oh, I'm with this actor or actress, and you think, and then you have to start to sing or act, and is that really nerve-wracking? And then it gets like sort of all right, or how's that?
It is, I suppose. The thing is, I think if you already know someone,
That's fine.
like me and Steve already know each other, we both have a similar sense of humour. We're up for, you know, making each other laugh and having a giggle. So we already know, I think, what our forte is going to be with
We
each
know
other.
we get on. That's a huge thing now.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you don't know someone, that's a bit scarier because you've got to meet them for the first time and get close to them very quickly, you know, and we only have 4 or 5 weeks, that's it. So yeah, we want to get to know everybody and make it a little family for, you know, the short space of time that we've got.
Do you ever do that thing where you Google them, like you say, you Google them and you see something really interesting, like they've done the theatre that you know, or they've actually worked with someone you know, but you don't want to look like you've already Googled them. So then when you start to have a conversation with them, you try to steer the conversation. So have you been busy? Have you done any gigs in the London area recently? Oh, what gig was that? My friend was in that. And eventually make it out like
Please tell me you are not that person that does.
I know everything about everyone involved. I'll tell you, I've been proper.
Why don't you just go straight in? Why don't you just go straight in and go, I watched you do that show and you were absolutely fantastic. I think go straight in. Please don't ask people. Have you been busy recently? What have you been in? Oh my God, Steve Royle is that person.
You've outed him, essentially.
I am sad.
Or why don't you just say, I've Googled you. I've looked at your Wikipedia. I've changed it up a bit.
I've made a few notes here, if you don't mind.
Unfold the sheet.
Are people nervous around you? Because there's flipping the question. Obviously, you know, meet new people. Like you say, you might, you know, blimey, they've been in lots of great stuff. But actually, you know, you've been here for 100 and how many years? But
this year's your 50,000th performance.
And everybody talks about you and Blackpool. So are people nervous around you when they first meet you?
I like to think I put effort in to try and make them not feel that way at all, because I do appreciate that, you know, especially seeing, you know, previous years, Pantos, etc. And they do, Yeah, there might be a little bit of intimidation. Oh, what's he like? Will he? Does he scene steal? Does he do this? And I just like
the answer to all of those things is yes.
Absolutely. That's why I have to befriend them first. So they think, well, he's nice underneath. He might be a swine on stage, but he's lovely underneath it all. I don't know. You have to ask other people, but I hope not.
You're not. No, you're not in any way, shape, or form a scary type of person to approach. You're lovely. You're warm. You're down to earth. You just spend way too much time on stage sometimes, and so, I am going to be in the wing going like this with my clock, tapping my watch.
I just did an interview before, and that came up in conversation. And I said, I think what it is, and I think it applies to any job. If you love what you do, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you eat, this is an old saying. It's the old saying. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm genuinely having fun on stage. So what seems like a minute to me could be 5 minutes. But you just don't realise it when you're
Hayley's
in that
worked with you. Hayley's actually worked with you.
You know what I was actually going to say, Steve? What I think you don't appreciate is that when you're working alongside you're very generous in that if you think it will be funnier to do it in a different way, or because you've done it for so long, you know what works. So I think what's really interesting when you join the company, you join the cast, is that it's great to watch you in the rehearsal process, because you're pretty good at, if something's not working, you'll just drop it and find something that gets a bigger laugh.
Sometimes you see you don't know whether something's going to work until you get in front of a live audience. Yeah. And also, I'm a big believer in that the opening night, however fabulous it is, that's, to me, it's never the finished product. Sadly, is the last show because you've built it up and you've managed to put. I'm not saying I'm adding stuff every single time, because in the same way I'm editing the week and stuff and think I don't want to be saying that. That's not getting a laugh. I'll say this instead and try and get a balance. But that's what I love about pantomime, is that you can create like that. I think in other musicals you've got more experience of musicals than I have, Hayley. But I imagine they're a lot more disciplined in it. That's your script. You stick to that script, and you're not going to be wandering off in the middle of Mamma Mia and doing something.
No, I mean, the majority of musicals, you do have to stick to the script, and telly's more free where that's concerned, especially comedy. And some directors are like, okay, just go for it here.
Because I suppose you can edit that, can't they? But obviously live theatre.
Yeah, live theatre's different. I mean, you make the part your own no matter what it is, whether it's panto or a musical, you create the part for yourself and put your own stamp on it, which might be totally different to the person that played it last year, or but you put your mark on it when it's in a musical.
Are you thinking about that now, about how you're gonna, especially you, Hayley, how you're maybe gonna put your stamp on? I remember Tom, when he did Captain Hook, he didn't play it in a macho way, did he, at all? He played it in a very different way, and that really worked. So do you have a thinking process now going, well, I maybe might go down this angle with a character?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is in the writing. So when you read the script and you see how it's written, I generally play a comedy type fairy, a bit quirky, a bit, and depending on what costume it is as well. So my costume this year is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. Whereas I've played a good fairy before where my costume's been like a little punk rocker type costume. And then I've gone crazy with my hair and makeup, whereas this dress this year is proper princess-like. Okay. So, it's a bit more demure for me.
So I would say, interestingly, about the good fairy is that, am I right in thinking, does the fairy fly?
I am going to fly.
Oh, wow. And that's part of the reason the costume has to be quite so big.
Yeah. I did try it on. I've tried it on, and it's slightly tight around the top half. And I just kind of looked down and went, am I flying in this costume? Oh my goodness.
There's like a value product when you're flying.
Yeah, absolutely. I am flying, and I'm really excited about that, because I've flown a few times in Dancing on Ice. I did some flying, and I played Peter Pan in pantomime once, which that was a lot of flying. That was acrobats in the air type flying, whereas I don't think the fairy's going to be spinning on her head, but I'll totally be up for it if they want me to.
And it's a sheepdog costume they used to call them, didn't they? It picks them up and points them in the right direction.
So are you, first night, I'm guessing it's just going to be the Hayley Tamaddon extended family in the Grand Theatre, because this is home for you, isn't it?
It is home. I I mean, I've had already the majority of my friends and family go, so what night can I come then? Can I book tickets? Well, shall I book tickets? Shall I wait? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to tell people. I'm like, just wait a little bit longer until I kind of find my feet, and then they'll all come.
I'm like that. I hate. In fact, my wife kills me every year. She goes, "Well, I'm up in the gods for opening night. Why don't you get me a decent ticket?" I said, "Because I don't want to see your face." Critically looking at me.
Because she's in the business. Is she quite critical? Does she go, "Oh no, Stephen, you shouldn't have done that"?
Critical in the sense that she doesn't always get the jokes. Bless her. She's turned out, she's untuned, if you like, to my sense of humour. So
right. That's why you get on.
So that's why it works.
I think Steve, a lot of wives tune out their husbands.
Well, that's it, and I think that's what you don't want to be looking at that on the opening night, do you? Is your wife just going, "Here he is"? Yeah, you might be funny up there. You weren't so funny earlier when the pile of washing up to do, did you? You weren't laughing then when the kids needed to get to bed.
Well, it's been brilliant talking to you guys, as always. Good luck with it all.
Thank you.
It's so close now, isn't it? I mean, it's unbelievable how close it's getting. So, yeah, good luck with the whole run. It's going to be fabulous, and can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Eat, Theatre, Sleep, Repeat.
Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.